Justin Fields did an interview with the St. Brown brothers, and I want to give you guys my reaction to that and more. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. Welcome to the channel, guys. And yeah, here to talk about that interview that Fields did. And Justin Fields does not do a lot of interviews, man. We haven't heard from him a lot since the season ended. I don't even know if we heard from him since the season ended. And he was on the St. Brown Brothers podcast, Equinemy St. Brown, who plays for the Bears, and of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who plays for the Lions. And it was a really, really fun podcast, man. I said, just you guys check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below. But yeah, they talked about a bunch of things. Like, they asked him a bunch of questions. But of course, I want to focus on kind of some of the main things in regards to the Bears and how Justin Fields. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that Justin Fields did confirm that he did unfollow the Bears on social media. Now, I made a video about that a few days ago. I know there was a lot of hoopla around it, whether or not he was even following them in the first place. I told you guys he was, I'm pretty sure, and he confirmed it. And he basically said the reason he did it was because he didn't want football on his timeline, right? And Justin Fields is a guy who doesn't use like other social media platforms as much, like Twitter. That's why he didn't unfollow the Bears on there. But on Instagram, he does use it. And so that's why he didn't want to follow the Bears or the NFL. He actually confirmed that too, that he doesn't follow the NFL either. He just didn't want football on his timeline. He's going on vacation, just wants to take his mind off of it. So that totally makes sense, folks. Honestly speaking, like, I don't blame Justin for that at all. Sometimes you just need a break. But honestly, for future purposes, Justin, I would advise you to just mute the account. That way people won't like go into this whole speculation mode and, you know, follow every single thing you do. Probably just want to mute them. That way there won't be any of this drama, if you will. So that was the first thing to talk about, that Justin Fields did confirm that, and don't blame him one bit, man. Sometimes you just need a break. And he did say, why do people take social media so seriously? I agree. They shouldn't, right? But that is the world we live in. The other thing I want to talk about is he spoke about also the situation he's in. And he basically was saying in a frustrated way, not, totally like annoyed, but he just said, I just wanted to be over. Let me know if I'm being traded. Let me know if I'm staying. Because he hears all of this chatter, and he even said, like, every time I go online, it's just, hey, keep Justin or draft Caleb, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And so he's just like, no, I just wanted to be over with. I just wanted to be over with. Tell me what I'm doing, because he said he likes to study the playbook in the off season. He likes to study football in the off season. And he basically said that because clearly he probably hasn't gotten a playbook from the Bears. Like, Shane Waldron probably hasn't given him anything, right? They haven't talked about that because his future's up in the air. So to me, I feel Justin on this one, man. Like, this limbo must suck. That's why I think this decision is coming sooner rather than later, because it's just like, look, man, it's just better for all parties at this point. If you are keeping him, let him know. If you're letting him go, let him know, right? Let him know. And they even talked about a few destinations like Atlanta. That is his hometown. And he said he wouldn't mind that either. But, going back home, he said a lot of people would be blowing up his phone and stuff like that. But talked about the weapons they have in Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson. But then he basically said with Chicago, like, he said he wants to stay here. He said, I can't see myself playing in another place. If it was up to me, I'd want to stay in Chicago. So that's why you love the kid, man, because Justin Fields is, true to Chicago, and he does want to stay here. And the unfortunate thing is, like I told you guys in a video a few weeks back, that the rarity of this Justin Fields situation is insane, because any other scenario, this kid is staying here in Chicago with us. Any other scenario. The only scenario where it was a question was if you got the #1 overall pick in a very good quarterback draft class. And that's the scenario we find ourselves in. So it's just so funny how things work. But also kind of, sad how things work, because I do think, hey, Justin's future in Chicago, probably not going to be the case, and they will probably trade him. But, man, how can you not just, root for the kid, because he's all about the right stuff, a great person on and off the field, good leader. Like, that's the best thing about Justin Fields. But, yeah, it is frustrating. So he did talk about that and confirmed he wants to stay in Chicago. And so they talked about a bunch of other things, man. That was the main thing here, is like, that I just want to react to, is I feel for Justin it's probably very difficult at this point to just go on social media and act normal, because your future is just up in the air and all people want to talk about, including myself, I'll put myself in that, I'm not absolving myself, is if he's going to be here in Chicago or if he's going to be traded. So I hope the decision happens sooner rather than later and we find out what the deal is. But regardless if he's here or if he's traded, I'm always going to be rooting for Justin, man. He is a great kid and about the right stuff, and that's the best thing about him. So let me know what you guys think, man. Go ahead and check out that podcast. I told you, link down below for it. It was a really, really fun one. I listened to the whole thing, start to finish. Suggest you guys do the same. So as always, thanks for watching.